Hello, my name's Mrs. Morrell and I'm the head of the English department here at Northampton School for Boys. Thank you for considering A-level English language as one of your option choices in Year 12. In this short presentation, we'll take you through the answers to the following questions that you may have about this course. Why choose to study English language at A-level? What are the entry requirements for this course at NSB? How is the course structured? What course content can I expect to study? How is the course assessed? What can I expect from English language lessons? Are there any extracurricular opportunities? And how will this A-level support me in my future career? In answer to the question, why choose English language at A-level, I can think of no better answer than that given by Erica Darricks, who's a senior lecturer in applied linguistics at Aston University. In a recent interview for E-Magazine, she said, "The study of English language or linguistics will help you to understand how people communicate and assign meaning, how they do things with words, or how language relates to social factors, psychological aspects, or power and injustice. Studying these subjects will open your eyes to a world that has previously been hidden in plain sight. By studying language in depth, you will develop critical awareness and gain invaluable skills for your future working life, vital communication, analytical and critical skills. But importantly, such critical awareness will allow you to be a conscious, critical human being who is able to challenge taken for granted assumptions, understand the role of language in social control, propaganda and manipulation, and be able to use this understanding to make the world a more equal and just place." If that description of English language is something that interests you and enthuses you, then you need to be aware that the entry requirements for this course are a grade 6 in English language at GCSE and a grade 6 in English literature at GCSE. The A-level is structured as 2 exams that are taken at the end of Year 13 and 1 coursework portfolio. The first exam, Paper 1, is studied in Year 12 and is 40% of the final A-level grade. The paper is 2 hours and 30 minutes long, and Section A is very similar to GCSE. Students are provided with 2 unseen non-fiction texts. For questions 1 and 2, they are asked to analyse how language has been used within those texts. And as you can see on the right-hand side of the PowerPoint slide, students will study a range of texts about various subjects, from various writers and speakers, for various audiences, purposes and genres, using a variety of modes, including written, spoken and electronic, text from different times and text from different places. When analysing a text, students will explore how language is shaped according to audience, purpose, genre and mode, how it is shaped according to context, how it is used to construct meanings and representations, and how it builds relationships between writers, speakers, readers and audiences. The second half of Paper 1 focuses on children's language development. In Year 12, we explore how children aged 0 to 11 years develop their skills in reading, writing and speaking. In the exam, students are asked to write a discursive essay on children's language development. There's a choice of 2 questions, which will either focus on spoken, written or multimodal language. In this unit, students should explore how children develop their spoken and written skills. To achieve this, students will study the functions of children's language, phonological, pragmatic, lexical, semantic and grammatical development, different genres of speech and writing, different modes of communication, including spoken, written and multimodal, and a range of theories and research about language development. In Year 13, we turn our attention to Language Paper 2, which is titled Language Diversity and Change. As with Paper 1, the exam paper is worth 40% of the final A-level mark, and the exam is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. Section A focuses on diversity and change, and students will be given an option of 2 questions to answer. They will either write an evaluative essay on language diversity or an evaluative essay on language change. As part of the course in Year 13, students will study a range of examples of language in use and research data to inform their study of diversity and change. This will include texts from different sociolects, for example, different social or occupational groups, genders and ethnicities. Texts using different dialects, including regional, national and international varieties of English. Texts that use language to represent the different groups previously discussed. Texts from different periods from 1600 to the present day. Written, spoken and electronic texts about a range of subjects for various audiences and purposes in a variety of genres. Items from collections of language data, for example, dictionaries, online resources. And finally, research findings, including tables, graphs and statistics. In the second half of Language Paper 2, students will focus on language discourses. They will be presented with 2 unseen texts about diversity and change, and they will be asked to write an analysis of how these texts use language to present ideas, attitudes and opinions. They will also have a directed writing task linked to the same topics and ideas presented in those texts. Students will explore how texts are produced to convey ideas and opinions about language issues. They will explore how texts represent language, construct an identity for the producer, position the reader and seek to influence them, and how they are connected to discourses about language. Students will develop skills in writing discursively about language issues in an academic essay, writing analytically about texts as part of discourses about language, and writing about language issues in a variety of forms to communicate their ideas to a non-specialist audience. The 2 examinations, both of which are sat at the end of Year 13, account for 80% of the final A-level grade. The remaining 20% comes from the Non-Exam Assessment, also referred to as a coursework portfolio. Within that portfolio, there are 3 pieces of work: the language investigation, totalling 2,000 words, the original writing, totalling 750 words, and the commentary, also totalling 750 words. This coursework is assessed by the classroom teacher and is then moderated by AQA. For the original writing, students produce 1 piece of original writing based on the power of storytelling. In preparation for this writing, students will study a range of style models from the Gothic genre, everything from Frankenstein to Rebecca, before selecting and analysing 1 style model to analyse in detail. Students will select their own style model in consultation with their supervising teacher, and will then use their research to inform their own writing. The commentary allows students to consider and evaluate the style model of their choice, the writing process, and the effectiveness of their final piece of writing. This piece of coursework is done in terms 3 and 4 of Year 12. The third and final piece of coursework is the language investigation. The language investigation is 2,000 words in length and typically is started in term 6 of Year 12. We continue with this piece of coursework throughout Year 13. For this piece of coursework, students are invited to pursue an area of interest within English language. For example, students may choose to study representations of different individuals, social groups or nationalities, gender talk, children's language, code switching and mixing between English and other languages, or historical changes in English over time. If you choose to take English language at A level, you will have 6 lessons per week, typically split between 2 teachers. At present, I teach Year 12 with Miss Walters, and Miss Browning and Miss Morrison teach Year 13. Our lessons take on a seminar-style approach with a mixture of independent, paired and group tasks. We also encourage debate and discussion. In addition to your 6 lessons a week, you will also be asked to engage with independent study, including your home learning. This could take on the form of wider reading, Masolit lectures and annotation tasks. With regards to extracurricular opportunities, all Year 12 and Year 13 English language students are welcome to support Key Stage 3 English and library lessons. We have a range of intervention available for our Year 12 and 13 students, including coursework intervention and English language lectures run by Mrs. Browning and Miss Morrison. We have wider reading lists for all topics and a department Twitter feed for you to follow. We've also invested in subscriptions for Masolit, Babel magazine and e-magazine from the English and Media Centre for all English language students. English language is a facilitating subject. In addition to subject-specific knowledge, we will also teach you key transferable skills that will help you in any workplace, ranging from communication to critical thinking. As such, taking English language will support you in any workplace you choose, ranging from law, politics, tourism, and English-specific roles such as copywriting, editing, and social media. I hope you found this short presentation informative and helpful. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact me using the email address on the screen. I look forward to seeing many of you in the classroom next year.